breaking news came out today of both Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury signing a 2-fight deal to unify heavyweight titles. After agreeing on the fight last year and months of negotiations, the contract for a 2-fight deal has finally been signed. As ESPN previously reported, the contract calls for a 50-50 split in the first fight and a 60-40 split in the rematch. The plan is for both fights to take place in 2021, the first in June or July, and the rematch is projected to take place maybe in November or December. Now, it's important to mention that when it comes to Tyson Fury, he don't do rematches. You can ask Klitschko or Deontay Wilder. They in arbitration as we speak. However, that did not stop Tyson Fury from still signing the contract to fight Anthony Joshua. Fury simply don't give a damn. Excuse my language. Furthermore, AJ versus Fury is pretty much official. The only thing that's still missing is the actual site and the confirmed date, which is unusual for fighters to sign a contract, not a term sheet, but a contract, without a site nor a date in place. Here's what Eddie had to say to this unique situation. Quote, "We would like to get a site deal confirmed in the next month. The hard part is always getting everybody to put pen to paper, but this was a major effort from all parties to get this over the line. You had rival promoters, rival networks, and rival fighters. I actually feel we have done the hard part. Speaking for myself, Anthony Joshua, and his team at 258 Management, I know how hard we have worked these last couple months, and I just feel that this fight is so big, it's not a difficult sell. We have already had approaches from 8 or 9 sites. The offers have come from multiple countries in the Middle East, from Asia, Eastern Europe, and America." End of the quote. Now, the summary to everything Eddie said was that there's a lot of parties involved. Due to that, they had to get everything on pen and paper and sign the contract so they could move on to the next step in order to make sure no particular party pulls out after making all of this effort to make this fight come to fruition. Obviously, in the last couple weeks, Tyson Fury been contradicting himself every other breath, which I'm pretty sure that had the networks and all of the parties involved worried. That's why they wanted to get the contract signed ASAP. With that being said, this is terrible news for Wilder, because even though arbitration is taking place as we speak, we tend to forget that Tyson Fury, he found a way out against Klitschko when he was supposed to honor his rematch clause then. However, I'm not quite sure, because maybe that has something to do with him getting suspended for 2 years for taking steroids. There's also plenty of incidents where the likes of Ruiz tried to escape the rematch with AJ, and even Nassim Rahman, he tried to do it with Lennox Lewis to no success. But this Tyson Fury character, he don't give a F. Excuse my language, but that's how he moves. He makes the move and faces the consequences later. At this moment in time, Tyson Fury doesn't seem to care when it comes to the damages he has to face due to his actions. Therefore, whatever Wilder ace card is, he better pull it now, because he's allowing Fury to display how to get away with murder. Because I remember not too long ago, Deontay Wilder's team re-insisted and confirmed to me there is no possible way Tyson Fury can escape the trilogy. He has to honor his rematch clause. You would think that would be the case, but some way, somehow, Fury found a way. I mean, I don't know if there's loopholes in the game. Maybe the rematch clause is not as strict, or maybe Fury doesn't care to pay off the damages if they're not too severe. The way Fury was talking last week, though, he made it seem like the arbitration is kicking his ass. He kept insisting that there's a lot of things going on behind closed doors that I can't talk about that could prevent this mega fight from taking place. And now today he signed the contract. And AJ, on the other hand, he been pushing really hard for this fight behind closed doors for good reasons. This fight stylistically favors him all of the way, which if this fight does take place, we're going to talk about it. However, for the meantime, this fight is not going to take place in the UK, that's for sure, because Fury said he will never fight in the UK. He gave his reasons, but the truth is Fury relinquished his license in order to escape UCAD for bribing a man to lie in court, Martin Carefoot, in order to make up a story for him taking steroids. Nevertheless, there's a great possibility that the fight will take place in the Middle East, maybe in Dubai, where Canahan is currently at, and the management company of MTK Global. Last but not least, Eddie Hearn responded to Tyson Fury claims last week that he's going to fight Wilder instead of Anthony Joshua. Quote, "You never really know with Tyson. It could be mind games, it could be having a bad day, he could be a little pissed off, or he could be having a joke." End of the quote. Now, he did not sound like he was joking to me. He sounded like he was talking about arbitration and the terms that he was instructed by the judge not to reveal anything to the public. Plus, Fury is not trying to put lights on that anyway. Nevertheless, here's what Fury said a couple days ago.
I know you said there's nothing to report, but we've done interviews with Bob Arum. He says that it's close. Eddie Hearn says they're ready to sign. Joshua's had his little bit on Twitter and stuff like that, saying that he's in it for the long run. You're a showman. He's going to close the show and stuff like that. So the way these, if we can take Bob Arum and obviously Eddie Hearn and what Joshua's saying, we're getting our hopes up, if you know what I mean. But on your side, Tyson Fury's side, you said there's nothing to report.
Well, let's break it down, shall we?
Okay.
To bare minimum. Eddie Hearn's a boxing promoter, so is Bob Arum. It's their job to sell the fight. Joshua is saying what he's saying. I don't know what he's saying. I'm not on social media at the moment at all. So whatever they say is very unimportant to me. Until I've got a date, a fight, and a hell of a load of money in my pocket, there's no fight. There's a lot of things going on, what people don't know behind the scenes, that can scupper a fight like that. So nothing's actually on until you're actually in the ring. So yeah, we're nowhere near that at the moment. There's a lot of things behind the scenes going on, like I say, that can alter a fight. Do I think I'm going to be fighting Joshua in the next 10 minutes? Hell no. But you know, Wilder, don't write Wilder off out the occasion either. He could be fighting me next, who knows? I could have a third trilogy with Wilder yet. Like I say, a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, and you know, Wilder might be next. Who knows?
We'll see. Would you bring these fights to the UK?
No.
No.
I won't ever box here again.
Oh really?
No. Finished.
Well, that's actually made me feel.
The superstar of world boxing, he ain't going to box in a small old show somewhere.
What about Morecambe Beach?
It's got to be in the capital of entertainment in
Vegas.
the world. My home city now is Vegas. I've had my last 3 fights there. My last 4 fights has been California Staples Center, MGM Grand Garden Arena, T-Mobile Arena, and MGM. So they've all been over there. So I intend to stay there and end my career over there.